people in India, consumers in India, as they explore their passions and use our technology to help them enable the things they love about their life.
It is really interesting to see a technology brand sort of step out of just being tech and becoming lifestyle and culture, and the important part of there is culture. And that's been one of the things that you've done with the insider community. Tell us about that, because that has been one of your pet projects at Snapdragon.
Yeah, I mean, I think we like to organize how we express the brand around people's passions. And one of the ways to build brand is to build community. And I think beyond advertising, beyond PR, beyond putting your logo in front of people, is you have to drive understanding, which then builds affinity. So building community is one of the richest, deepest ways to do that. So when we decided to build the insider community, we launched about 3 years ago. Had no idea if people were going to actually engage with a product that you can't buy, which is a very difficult proposition. But we're so happy to say that we've almost reached 19 million insiders worldwide. We're seeing tremendous growth here in India, which is fantastic. I know the India team, my India team has a huge goal to grow insiders here in country, so we're looking forward to that. And for all of you to continue to engage with us and give us feedback and let us know how we're doing, and because the power of community is really the power of improving how your brand connects with your audience. So super excited about that.
You've also taken insiders from India for some of your global events. You've got an event in Hawaii, you take them for Formula One events as well. Tell us a little more about that.
Yeah, I mean, we like to not only bring insiders from around the world into the Snapdragon world, whether it's into the partnerships that we have with Manchester United, Mercedes, AMG, Formula One, but also our events like Snapdragon Summit, which is our annual tech event, which showcases the power of the technology, bringing people to events like Mobile World Congress in Barcelona, and even out to our headquarters in San Diego, California. And it also gives insiders the opportunity to meet each other from different places around the world and kind of cross-pollinate and share cultural experiences and experiences that they have with the technology themselves.
I had a bit of a cheeky question to ask you, because from a consumer's point of view, I understand Snapdragon's relationship with Formula One, with iQOO, with Realme, brands like that, because you can see the obvious technological sort of fit.
Sure.
But Manchester United, being one of the world's most famous, arguably the most famous football team in the world, Snapdragon being the most famous technology platform in the world, besides those two things, why did you partner with Manchester United?
Well, I mean, like I said, one of the ways we like to connect the brand with our audience is through their passions. And one of the biggest things people are passionate about is sport. So when we looked across sport, we decided what is the, from a global reach perspective, what is the biggest sport in the world? The biggest sport in the world is football.
Not if you ask an Indian, what's the biggest sport in the world?
I said the world. I did not say India. I said the world. Is global football, and because Snapdragon stands for premium experiences, when you're looking in the world of global football, the most premium football league in the world is the English Premier League. And then within English Premier League, what is the most iconic, transformational, largest, historic football club in EPL? It's Manchester United. So that's how we kind of got to Manchester United, and then as we talked with them and we realized that we shared brand values, that we share a lot in common about how we address our audiences, what we want to deliver as far as product, on whether it's on the pitch or in your device, we had a lot of similarities. So it made for a great partnership. We really view these as partnerships, not as sponsorships, because it's really two-way. How does Manchester United help build the Snapdragon brand, and how can we help Manchester United digitally transform themselves as a club, improve their performance on the pitch, which they need to do.
Clearly.
And it's getting better.
It is getting
I like
better.
the new coach a lot. I think he's going to do great things. And so that's how we view these partnerships. So that's how we got to Man United. We started with a smaller partnership, and then we transitioned to front of shirt, which has been a phenomenal sort of ascend for us. Can't think of a better opportunity for us to get exposure for the brand, since one United match, broadcast home match, is the equivalent of one Super Bowl ad for the front of shirt partner. So it's like I get 43 Super Bowl ads every year by being the front of kit partner for Manchester.
That is amazing.
It's kind of nice.
That really is amazing. And I can understand that a brand like Snapdragon would want to use a vehicle like sport which is something that so many people around the world are passionate about, and football is an ever-growing community in India. But there is another sport in India that's slightly more popular than football. I'm just wondering whether Snapdragon has any plans to engage with that sport over here in India?
What would that be?
I don't know, what would that sport be which is slightly more popular than football? If you say kabaddi, you'd still be right. It is cricket.
It is cricket.
Yes.
It is cricket. Look, we're always looking at opportunities. I think the India team has made a strong case for taking what we've done globally with Man United and Mercedes F1 and doing something special here in India. So stay tuned for more sport.
Stay tuned.
More Snapdragon in sport that could be even more relevant to India consumers.
That logo would look really nice on an Indian jersey, wherever it would appear. I'm just thinking forward. Formula One of my passions as well. You know, Lewis Hamilton is someone who's been a champion, seven-time world champion. He's now moving to Ferrari. How does Snapdragon? You're a partner with Mercedes AMG. How do you feel about that?
I mean, we're obviously sad to lose Lewis from the team. We've got some plans to keep in contact and keep close to Lewis post Mercedes. But we're really excited about the future of the team. You know, the F1 sort of life cycle, it's all about performance on the track, and it really is measured in milliseconds. And so when it comes to drivers, not only do cars have to perform, and you have to get the engineering correct, and you have to get the technology correct, and the road conditions, and the tire conditions, and the temperature, and the track, but the driver plays a huge role in success, in podium or not podium, or pole or not.
So let me ask you: is Kimi Antonelli the right choice?
Kimi Antonelli is a phenomenal driver. He's the right choice.
Not Carlos
absolutely.
Sainz.
Well, I mean, Carlos Sainz would have been a great short-term solution, and I love Carlos. You know, we spent a year with Ferrari before we moved to Mercedes, so I love Carlos and Charles both. They're amazing human beings, just like we love George and Lewis. But Kimi is the future. He's broken all records in F2. He's 18 years old. He won the 12-year-old kart racing championship at the age of 9. He loves to go fast. And driving is in his blood. He comes from Bologna, and he comes from the epicenter of Italian race car driving. So I'm really excited. And he's an amazing human being for 18 years old. So I think he's going to be a great addition to the team. You know, Toto's always looking at the future. In 26, there's a huge car changeover coming. We're going to 100% biofuels. There's a big chance for Mercedes to regain that glory that they kind of lost in this last transition. And I think having drivers like Kimi ready to take advantage of that new transition is an important inflection point for the team. We're 100% behind them, and we're really excited for the future.
Well, I think you're right about Toto being someone who's always looking to the future, but word on the street is that somebody called Don is also looking at the future of what Snapdragon in India are going to be like over the next few years. Can you tell us a little bit about what the plans for India?
Yeah, I mean, we're seeing such explosive growth here, and it's interesting because we've seen this around the world in big markets like China, as well as now what we're seeing in US and Europe. As we enter new product categories, and those products are relevant to consumers from different regions, we're seeing explosive growth. India is no exception to that. We started in smartphone. We've got an amazing ecosystem of smartphone partners here in India, delivering the latest and greatest cutting edge technology into smartphones and bringing those features to mass audience, right? Bringing 5G to all, bringing features and experiences, and we're going to do the same thing with AI to a broader base of consumers so that they can experience those things. But we're also taking that into areas like the PC and into two-wheeler and four-wheeler vehicles with the Snapdragon digital chassis and all the technology we're putting into cars, into your headphones, into your watches, into your glasses.
But Don, let's be honest. The reason you're in India is not for the phenomenal growth potential, it's the butter chicken, isn't it?
It's the butter chicken.
It's absolutely the butter chicken.
I absolutely love butter chicken.
You've been here
I would
twice
eat butter chicken all day if I could.
So I was talking to Don backstage just now. He says we've been here just for 2 days, and all that we've done is just eat. And I said you're in the right city for that. Is there any better city than Delhi when it comes to food in India? No? Hyderabad. Hyderabad's not bad for the biryani. Yes, this is true.
We have
Maybe
a
the
big
next
office
stop.
in Hyderabad.
You have an office in Hyderabad?
We do.
Book the flights. I'm kidding. Guys, thank you so much for being here. Don, thank you so much for being here.
Thanks everybody. Enjoy the rest of the festival. Thanks for being here.
Thanks.